What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here and back with another video for Classic WoW Season of Discovery. Now, just a couple of days ago we talked about the whole problem behind botting, gold buying and gold selling, and how that has really escalated in Season of Discovery. You see bots all over the world, like you see a bunch of them in stockades. If you're playing Horde, you probably see a bunch of them in RFC or Ragefire Chasm. You pretty much see them everywhere nowadays, and let's just say the problem has gotten way worse, and this is something that has been plaguing the game for a long while. This is not new at all, and I just want to show you. The bots are making more gold than you personally can as a regular player, because not only are they botting, they are now hacking as well. Literally fly hacking, doing things that players can't do, and it's supposed to be against terms of service, and it's something that should be very easily fixable when you think about things. But yeah, let's just check it out. I will say that personally I found this clip from Jordy on Twitter. Just want to get that shout out done too, so like it's not me finding this. This was Jordy who found it on Twitter, and I have no idea if he's reposting from Reddit or somewhere, but I'm just giving credit to Jordy here. So as you can see, one person is buying a boost in RFC from a mage, and the mage then starts teleporting. You can see him walking up in the air here, glitching up in the air right over my head, then casting a fireball from the air, and he keeps walking or flying or walking in the air basically through the entire dungeon. He's fly hacking. He's no clipping in the air and fly hacking, and just pulling the entire dungeon like this. Now, there is a legitimate way to boost RFC, like Ragefire Chasm, just like there is a legitimate way to boost stockades as well. But the bots can't do those, so what they do is they have a flight hack instead, allowing them to clip through the air. This is the same exact thing they were doing in Classic WoW in 2020, in I believe it was Phase 4, when the Soul Group came out, right? Phase 4? They were doing this in Set G as well. When mage boosting became really popular in Set G, they were doing this right there. They were clipping up in the air, flying up and pulling the entire dungeon, like the entire raid, crocodiles, tigers, pulling everything. Because while players have to abuse clever pathing to make this work, bots simply enable fly. I've even seen how this works, by the way, from their perspective. There is a YouTube video out there that is kind of well hidden now, but it literally shows you. They click, fly, and you fly. It's so dumb, dude. It's so dumb. So yeah, this is insane. I don't know how this is still working. It's a mechanic that was working back in 2020. It's a mechanic that was working back in OG TBC, and it's still here. It's been plaguing the game for 20 years. How hard can that be to fix? If you have a problem for, I mean, now it's like 17 years. If you have a problem for 17 years, how do you not have a fix for it yet? Do you really care that little about what's happening here? They already have a way, by the way, to find this if you're clipping like this in the open world. There's a system that can detect the X or Y axis and how your character moves. But for some reason that system seems to be disabled inside dungeons to no longer detect things. Why? Is it literally to make the game more available to botters and hackers? Is that literally why? Because I can't figure out why you don't just have a auto detect on when people are flying. Especially in Classic WoW, we have no flying mount, so when you see someone going this far up in the air, you can easily have an alert system that triggers like a red button when that happens, and then you can monitor the player's behavior based on those signals and see what's actually happening. How are they getting that far up in the air in the middle of absolutely nowhere? They're obviously clipping through the air, and this is not the only thing they're doing, by the way. The same bots in Scarlet Monastery, they're farming for grave moss, for example, they're clipping under the ground. Once again, we have evidence from this from back in the actual Set G days, when bloodvine farming was a thing. They were clipping under the ground, walking right under the ground, under all the mobs, and clicking on objects, which means that they can no-clip under the ground, pick up every single mining vein inside dungeons, every single herb inside dungeons, and every single chest as well, without ever having any problems, while a regular player cannot do that because we can't no-clip. We are not going underground or flying in the air like these guys are. So not only are they botting, they're also hacking, and what we are doing, they can do better. Because they're hacking. That is so annoying, and I simply don't know how it isn't fixed. Especially the whole flying thing. And it pisses me off because once again, we did see this back in Set G, in OG Classic WoW, and we have seen it before. It's a problem that has been here for years, and yeah, once again, don't understand why it hasn't been fixed yet. I even remember watching Asmongold reacting to it when that person was flying in the air and just absolutely laughing his ass off. It's funny at this point. It's funny, sad, pathetic, and annoying at the same time. Now, there's always been one argument that I kind of do understand to a certain degree when it comes to botting, like how can Blizzard differentiate from a botter versus someone who's just farming gold in the same place, doing the same thing for a long time. And in that case, it can be hard to differentiate unless you actually look at their movement and how a bot is moving versus a regular player who has different types of movement styles, while a bot who's following a certain program. If you look at something for like time and time again, you will start noticing a pattern for a bot, while an actual human will do things differently. But in this case, they're openly cheating and hacking, they're flying, so you can obviously see that this, even though maybe it's not a bot, it is definitely somebody cheating, like someone hacking. So if it's not a bot, it's a hacker. Either way, whatever it is, if it's a bot, if it's a hacker, if it's a cheater, if it's both or all three, they're all breaking the TOS and should be banned either way. So no matter what this person or this entity is, it's not something that should be going on, and this is something that should be easily detectable, because once again they're doing it in the public, and we even have video evidence of who's doing this now, and all they would have to do is once again have active guild masters, or guild masters really, active game masters. One game master per server could do a lot of work. Just put yourself into Ragefire Chasm as like a physical person for half an hour, and look at everyone inside that dungeon on that server, and just see who's fly hacking. See someone fly hack, instant banhammer. Do the same thing inside stockades if you see anyone no-clipping through the ground, or fly hacking there as well, instant banhammer. See a hunter inside Scarlet Monastery farming for the grave moss and no-clipping through the ground, instant banhammer. Once again, a couple of active monitoring would be great. I've even heard so many people being victims of the mass report system recently, because at the moment everything is automated. People are literally mass reporting. I even saw someone who mass reported someone from a different guild just to get them banned or get them chat muted. The entire automation here is just pathetic to me, instead of actual human input. Actual human input to make the game better versus automation to just like not do anything. I don't know, the whole botting problem really makes me pissed. It really does. Once again, the impact of the bots in the game isn't really the problem here. It's more the value of the game. The game being devalued. And the game that I personally love, seeing Blizzard allow this to happen, it's I don't like it. I really don't. And if we're ever going into Classic Plus, we need this fixed. It's as simple as that. And the fact that it's a problem that has been here for over 10 years, the exact same problem by the way, and this was the exact same flight clip we saw from Suligurub back in 2020, like nothing has changed. In 3.5 years, not a singular point has changed, nothing. No change. In a bad way, by the way. Team hashtag no changes, but botting and hacking. In 3.5 years. That makes me kind of not that optimistic about the future. Either way, kind of a negative one today, but this is a problem we really need to highlight. Highlight why it's a problem and showcase what's actually happening. So once again, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below and help spread the message. You don't even have to spread this video. If you don't like me, that's fine. Just spread the message of the OG clip here and go follow Jordy on Twitter, or find clips like this on Reddit and upload. Spread the message of the hacking and get Blizzard to do something. Either way, leave a like down below, subscribe for more content if you want to. Thank you for watching as always, and oh yeah, one more shout out. I stream every single day live on Twitch and YouTube. Links down below. And YouTube is this channel. Either way, yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Peace.